Seems like we just did this. I get scared. Welcome to Montague at the Lake. I'm doing another quick clean and craft chat. Between the last one that I did and this one, I've done no crafting, just putting stuff on the desk. And so here we are again, my friend. A few things to show you. I know that I've shown these. I got a few of these in different St. Vinny's halls. They're from the 1960s. They're Golden Home and High School Encyclopedia volumes. And they've got just the greatest old-fashioned pictures. And the reason I'm bringing this to you today is because a long time ago I had pulled pages out of this one in particular to make an altered book. And the idea was I would fussy cut them. Look how beautiful these all are. You know, they're so detailed and they're such beautiful illustrations. So I pulled all these pages out that I liked with the idea and the intent of fussy cutting them for various projects. There she is, the Krabby Crafter. And I don't have the heart to cut these up, so I'm going to leave them intact. I have another project coming up eventually. You'll see these in there, fully intact. Again, how many little fussy cuts there are here that I could glue, cut apart and glue into different things. But I just don't have the heart. Maybe someday I'll cut them up, and the way that I'm going to put them in this other project is just going to hinge them with washi tape so I can easily take them out if ever I change my mind to do so. But if you like these kind of things, check out your second-hand stores for these older encyclopedias. There are different versions that came out in the 50s and 60s. I particularly like these because my grandma had a set, and they look very much like the ones that I played school with when I was a kid. So I gravitated to this particular set versus another, but there's quite a few different types out there, and they all have really cool illustrations. So that's something to be on the lookout for. This is kind of off the beaten path. One of the things that I do in all of the journals that I make and give away or sell, I decided first off that one of the things I wanted to do in each journal was to include a random bit, a conversation starter, if you will. This science talk, it just explains about chemical elements or pure substances, blah, 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 like totally random stuff. So let's say it's a vintage typewriter themed journal, and smack in the middle is this bright science talk card about chemicals. I just thought it was fun, and I tuck them in and I hide them, and so you don't even know it's there until maybe the second or 10th go through the book when you're exploring all the pockets and tucks and whatnot. And I thought maybe if you're making and selling journals or giving them away, you might do something else fun, or this same thing, include some fun random bit that will just sort of take them by surprise. And I think it's fun. I have things, like I said, the science cards. This is from an old almanac all about lightning. Discoveries and innovations, biology, chemistry, and medicine, and where those things happened. Conversation starters, the life cycles of animals. 1992 was 25 years ago in this particular almanac. It was the World Almanac for 2016. There's a time capsule. That's already 7 years ago. Just some random questions. Which countries have had female leaders? Who gets more sunshine? The U.S. or Europe? Who has the largest immigrant populations? Where can't you find a McDonald's? offbeat news in 2016. Love stinks. Things fall apart. Mark my words. Just fun things or fun images. I just love that image. What's up with the tutu? Obviously, it's some sort of marathon or runner's thing at Disney. I love the tutu. It's so fun. It's from the human race. Ever heard of a dolmen? Dolmen? Me neither. But it's a table made of stone. An ancient table made of stone. So here's a whole bunch of pictures, and this is from one of those encyclopedias and the explanation of what they are. Just something fun. I also have bits and pieces from the Guinness Book of World Records some ancient year ago. This particular record was set in 1977, so I'm not sure how old this, but there's some stuff from 1984. Worst accidents and disasters in the world. This is from a Guinness Book of World Records, an older one. Largest snowman. Most gigantic ice cream sundae. You know, just random bits. They're fun to keep on the lookout for. Dinosaur skeleton. Vintage trees, coconut trees in Florida. Gators. Funny little comics. Statistics. Now, I've got a health and fitness journal going and some health-themed projects. I would not put yoga by the numbers in there. I would put yoga by the numbers in my space exploration journal or my vintage writing journal, so that it is offbeat, so that it is odd from left field. Work be kind and good things will happen. Funny little cartoons. I think we just covered that. Interesting pictures. Here's how stress makes hair grow gray. Stress triggers, blah, 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 blah. Goofy little things. This is so skinny and flat. And I've had this for, it has to be 30 years. I've had this. I never knew what to do with it after the initial enchantment of it wore off. But it's a fortune teller miracle fish, and it is a red piece of cellophane, and you put it, his tail is bent permanently. You put him in the palm of your hand. It says, place this fish in the palm of your hand. The movements will indicate your fortune. Keep fish in envelope when not in use. So, oh dear, he's dead. Oh dear. Oh wait, no, he's curling. See him curling up there? On the back of it, let's see. His head just moved, I think, didn't it? His tail's broken, so I can't tell. But it says if his head is moving, there's jealousy. Ooh. If he curls up entirely, you're passionate. If his tail is moving, there's indifference. But I broke his tail. But what else am I going to do with this? I could throw it away. But instead, I'm going to put him back in. I'm going to probably use my heat. Well, let's just try it. See if we can ruin him. Or fix him. One or the other. Almost good as new. Almost got the bend out with the heat gun. Now his head and his tail are curling up. So what did that mean? Moving head and tail. Both are going. Oh, that means I'm in love. That's what that means. His tail's curling right in half. See, the hours of entertainment. I'm going to pass that along to somebody eventually. Tucked in some kind of journal. Now, there's a journal that I'm working on for one of my family members. There's a lot of fish involved in it. I'm not going to put this in his fishing journal. I want it to be totally random. tips, bits of information from magazines. This is from a AAA tour book of some sort. Historic timeline. Some horoscope from who knows when. Just as I was getting ready to start this video, Leanne stopped by. And she watched the video the other day where I showed off my new little swing arm stapler that allows me to do any kind of staples. And I said I asked for that one for Christmas because the long reach staplers were so expensive. And so I was happy to have that little guy. And look what she found downstate at an off shop, a secondhand store. A long reach stapler just for me. Ah, look how fun that is. So now I can staple anything I want. I believe, was the little one 20 or 12 sheets? I think it was 20 sheets as well. I'm not sure, but so it can staple quite a bit at one go. How handy for making bigger projects. So funny. She spoils me rotten. Everybody I know does, quite frankly. I am so spoiled. And she also brought this bugger. 100 years of adventure and discovery. And it is, of course, filled with gorgeous, gorgeous images, textures, colors. Remember drive-ins? Remember drive-ins? Look at those old cars. So fun. Oh, what else do we have? Art. Oh, that's an interesting picture. Wow. That is a crazy picture from 1984, Iran. The Ayatollah speaks and men listen. Go to the front and earn martyrdom or return. Many with horrible wounds from mines and shrapnel. Rehabilitation centers are well stocked with braces and artificial limbs. This center was a mansion of one of the Shah's generals, whose paintings were torn from the frames and replaced here with Khomeini, and a poem by a Shiite mystic urging dedication to Allah from Iran under the Ayatollah in the July 1985 issue. What a striking photo, this ornate artwork, and then these leg braces or artificial limbs or whatever you want to call them. That's crazy. That's one of the craziest pictures I've seen in a while. All kinds of things to cut up and play with. Oh my goodness. A lot of underwater stuff she said she found, which is of course right up my alley. Lots of watery scenes and beautiful. I mean, just that piece of the bubbles. So beautiful. More random bits, weird stuff. That's a guy coming out of that zoological bathysphere. Because why not? The onion-shaped potholed dome of Captain Jacques Cousteau. His two-man hydrogen diving saucer. 2 men are in there? Cheese and crackers. Just wow. Lots and lots and lots of things to explore. She brought me another very large one of these. It's a different one. A different 100 years. And I've been reading it, the articles that I find interesting. Not everything, because I'm not that dedicated, but I've learned a lot. And I figure the least I can do is read it before I tear it up. So now I have another giant one to play with. She also brought me newspaper from Jamaica. Patrons moved to the beat at the 2020 edition of Goa Sunsplash. Jamaican Army. What fun. Not sure what I'll do with it, but something, maybe it'll go on the random bit. Something most people don't have is Jamaican newspaper. A lot of Jamaicans have Jamaican newspaper, but a lot of junk journalers in the States probably don't. The other day I showed off my cousin's daughter's beautiful wedding invite, and as I was going through it, I noticed this. And she told me this, but it was after the fact. This is the RSVP, and it's biodegradable, and this impregnated with seeds. So, you know, the idea is you send out all, 100, 200 invites, and 200 of these come back with, yes, I'll come, no, I can't, how many are coming, etc., RSVPs. Then what do you do with them? Well, now you can plant them. I always think that's so cool. So Ray said, well, you could plant it. I'm like, yeah, I probably won't be burying this in my backyard anytime soon. But what a cool idea. I know there are lots of things like this. I remember that one of my friend's baby showers had these, and this isn't anything new, but that handmade paper thing is just right up our alley, and I thought I would show that off. Last thing I have for you is I make blueberry smoothies, blueberry banana smoothies almost every day for breakfast, and once in a while I'm not the most careful, and my little blueberries get on my counter and it stains my cupboard. And when I emptied the bag this time, I'll use the last little bit of blueberries. There's all this purple yumminess inside that bag, and I thought, that looks like paper dyed to me. So I got some fresh, clean copy paper, and I stuck it in the bag, the empty bag of blueberries. As you may or may not know, I'm a blueberry junkie. I eat them all day long, every day if I can. I have been addicted to blueberries since I was fed blueberry buckle as a baby. So nothing has changed. So to have blueberry dyed paper just makes my heart sing. I can't even tell you. It's a little bit like purple cabbage. Can't seem to find any. I must have used it all. Purple cabbage, because it was one of my favorites, even though it was stinky. After days and days in the sunshine and a whole bunch of dryer sheets, it eventually stopped being stinky. But this is a little bit deeper. It doesn't smell at all. So there's that. So I stuck a few pages directly into the bag, and I just mushed that bag together, and that's how I got this sticky mess. It's not sticky, by the way. Mushy mess. But then I put water in the bag, just a little bit of water, and I poured it in a 9x13 pan and ran some papers through it. And so now I have all these beautiful blueberry dyed. Nope, just smells like paper. Blueberry dyed. And there's even some little dark spots, some dye spots. I just think they turned out wonderful. And one of the projects I have started collecting and material for is an all blueberry themed either junk journal or glue book. I'm not sure. Might be an altered book. Might be just a journal. I don't know. But now I have literally blueberry stained. And I love that some of it is actually just the deep, deep, dark blue of a blueberry versus the faded out bits. The purple cabbage is more like this, just sort of a greenish gray purple, but the blueberry is straight up blueberry, and I just think that's so pretty. I love these pages. And I'm sharing them with you because I think anything, almost anything, is fair game when trying to dye papers. So if you're a frozen blueberry person, try it. I love it. That is all that I have for you today. Kind of a mishmash of things, but now I can put this stuff away because I have shared it with you, and that's always my mission. Now I can find homes for all this stuff. And and do something with it. You have a lovely, lovely crafty day.
Thank you, buddy.
Go love up your beastlies. Chat again soon. I'll take you at the lake. Out for now.